Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. It is I, Buckeye Mike, and we are going to talk about the AP Top 25 heading into week 2. I'm going to reveal the AP poll, and then I'm going to reveal my poll. Uh, I'm sure with my poll, there's going to be comments, and you know what? All of it's welcome. Please give us your thoughts down below in the comment section because we want to hear from you. So, a lot of obvious things happened in week 1 of the college football season. And you know what? That's okay. That's fine and dandy because right now we're just getting the engine revved up and getting ready to start this 500-mile race. So, who stayed in the top 25, who moved up, who moved down, who is now completely out of the top 25? I'm sure you guys probably have a good idea. So let's jump right into it. First, the AP poll. No change from 1 and 2. Texas at 3, Bama at 4. Notre Dame moved up to number 5. Why? Probably most likely because of their awesome win over the weekend against Texas A&M, let alone on the road at Texas A&M. Ole Miss at 6, rounding out the top 10, Oregon at 7, Penn State at 8, Mizzou at 9, Michigan at 10, which I will admit when we go look at mine, I was a little bit heavier, harder on Michigan, but I'm not fully surprised that Michigan did technically drop a spot. 11 through 15, Utah, Miami, Florida. Congrats on the big win over Florida this past weekend. USC jumps up a little bit after that physical beatdown of LSU. Now, I know the game was close, but USC had it by a mile, no doubt. Tennessee at 14, Oklahoma at 15, 16 through 20. Oklahoma State, Kansas State, LSU with a big drop after only losing by a touchdown to USC. Kansas and Arizona. And they're finally, to round us out for this week's AP poll, Iowa, Louisville, Georgia Tech, NC State, and Clemson. Now, Clemson dropped like a rock. And the last 2 weeks, Georgia Tech has been unranked. So congrats to the Yellow Jackets. I think the culture over there is changing. We're seeing change happen live. Now, obviously, the 2 key dropouts, excuse me, Texas A&M and Florida State. Florida State, I saw it coming. I think the only way to turn Florida State's ship around is for Norvell to tell DJ to sit on the bench. I know Dabo Sweeney had success with DJ Uiagalelei, but no one else has, because no one else that he's gone to has the weapons that Clemson had. So, therefore, I don't think it's worth it to waste a season with DJ. Just move on already. That should, in theory, be blatantly obvious to just about anybody. Now, let's talk about Buckeye Mike's top 25. Ohio State, Georgia, Bama, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame, Oregon, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Missouri, LSU is my top 12. I personally had LSU higher. Probably had them about 9 or 10. I factored in close close loss when I did that, so they did drop a little bit. Um, 13 to 25, Texas A&M. Again, A&M was higher on my list. Louisville, Auburn, Oklahoma State, USC, Kansas, Miami, Florida, Michigan drops all the way to 20. And here is why. Because I can see the comments already. The graphic pops up immediately first, and everybody starts scrolling through the pause the video, starts scrolling through the names, and then tell herself, Buckeye Mike, why is my beloved Michigan Wolverines number 20 on your AP top 25 poll? I'll tell you why. They're number 20 because, quite frankly, that offense is horrendous. That offense only produced 121 yards of total offense against a team that went 9-4 last year. And realistically, if it wasn't for Will Johnson sealing the deal with a pick six, Fresno State probably could have come back and either won the game or at least made it a game. Michigan has offensive struggles. I see if Michigan gets beat, I think it's going to be because of the offense. Alex Orji is not a prolific passer, neither is Davis Warren, but the difference is Davis Warren can actually get his passes on target, whereas with Alex Orji, he's been throwing them short all week. He wasn't the starter, and you can obviously see why he wasn't the starter. There's no reason that your receiver should be running a 10-yard comeback, and you're 3 yards short. You can't even hit him in the hands. Can't even get the ball to him. Or he runs a 12-yard out route, and you don't even come close to hitting him on the sideline. You get the ball to the sideline, but you hit the coach or the player that's 3 yards down from where you're supposed to have the ball at. Michigan has offensive problems and struggles that it's a lot to overcome. And I seriously think by the end of the year, yes, they'll be able to produce a really good run game. But if you cannot have a balanced attack, have a 50-50 run game passing attack, you might be good enough to get into the playoff if you do. But I don't see Michigan being able to not just defend their title, but not even make a deep run in the playoff. I don't see it, guys. I just don't. I hope Michigan proves me wrong. I hope they do. I want to see Michigan succeed. I'm very angry at Minnesota because if Minnesota had won, the Big Ten would be undefeated this week, to where the Pac-12 would not be the only undefeated conference of the week. So that is why I have Michigan at 20. I am more. Yes, I have a bias towards Michigan, being an Ohio State fan, but I don't use the bias. Try not to. I mean, here's the thing, guys, because I know it's going to come up in the comments. You're going to call me biased. If I really was as biased as you think, I would have dropped Michigan out of the top 25. And they won. They won the game. Michigan has a lot to work on, facing a lot of struggles, and they need to start immediately to get things fixed. Otherwise, I wouldn't be surprised, guys. I know this kind of ruins one of my picks for another video this week. I would not be surprised if Texas actually does stomp a mud hole in them. I mean, seriously, the way Texas, I know, I get it. Texas played Colorado State, a group of 5 team. Look what they did to them. You're telling me Michigan can't do the same thing to a Fresno State? I get Fresno State was better than Colorado State last year. But my point is, it's the same level of play. They should be able to stomp a mud hole in them. They only won by not even 3 scores. I wouldn't be surprised if Texas comes into Ann Arbor and puts a 60 burger on Michigan and wins something crazy like 65-7, 65-14. Michigan is going to get bent over the knee and spanked big time this weekend if they're not careful. Anyway, to round us out, UCF at 21, Kansas State at 22, Clemson at 23, Utah at 24, Arizona at 25. This has been my dissection and opinions of the AP poll and my AP poll for the top 25. Now, real quick here before I go, stay tuned. Subscribe to both channels this week for Buckeye Mike content. We still have college football picks coming, NFL picks coming, hopefully later today. We're going to talk a little bit about Heisman, the way things look with the Heisman right now, coming out of week 1. I know it's early. I'll give you my top 3, and we'll dissect a little bit on what the nation thinks right now. I do think there is a clear favorite right now to win. I know it doesn't mean anything because 9 times out of 10, the clear favorite after week 1 doesn't always win. But right now, I think there's an absolute clear favorite, and I think it is hands down obvious who it will be at this point. So, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave your comments down below, like the video, subscribe to the channels, Shady Sports and Buckeye Mike. Let's keep at it, y'all. Football is back, baby, and I absolutely love it. Let's go. Everyone have a wonderful day. Fight on. Go Bucks. Go Irish. Hook 'em. Horns up. Boomer sooner. All of the above, baby. Have a wonderful day, everybody.